everyone, it's good to see you if you came back. This is my second episode of a knitting podcast and we are in my knitting cave. That's how I call my room where I keep my stash. My name is Barbara and I live in Ireland, but I'm originally from Poland, from a small town, and I like knitting. And this is pure hobby of mine. So I hope you enjoy this episode because it's going to be a little bit of everything. First, I will show you what I have in progress. So I'm going to tell you a bit what I'm up to. So in regards to knitting, obviously. Then I will tell you about finished objects, lovely things, my knitting cave, and other podcasts that I like to watch, and probably you watch them already if you found me, and if not, have a look because it's really worth it. Let's start. So this is kind of a podcast. This is a kind of a stitch and bitch thing because I want to use this time and do a bit of knitting too. You know what I'm talking about, right? So that's why we started with things in progress, and I'll do this, okay? Long story short, I want to make a present for my mom, and I think she wanted socks at some point, whatever. But so I decided that I'm going to make one for her, and obviously I want to do it proper way, like, you know, with 2.5 or 2.25 millimeter needles, but for me it's like it's going to do so slow knitting that I need to mentally prepare myself. What I do. So first I wanted, well, ages ago when I was maybe 13 years younger, I made some socks, and I did it this way, and basically I went back to the book that I own. I got it as a present, and I read how to make this heel, and I think I just did everything on my own way, if I can call it that way. So yeah, there are bits here that kind of have marks, and I kind of like it that way. So whoever owns a pair still owns a pair made by me. Yeah, you have unusual heel on your socks. I hope to give it to my mom soon. Okay. And I'm working on this. I'm working on 7 millimeters, people. So obviously I want to gradually move it to smaller, which is, yeah, it's tiny. It's so tiny. Okay, just in case you want to know, this is 7 millimeters needles. This is 3 types of yarn. One is kind of chunky, and I know it has alpaca in it, but it's not 100%. Then I have another one, small one, the white one with a creamy one in it, and it is DK, I think, size, and DK would be the orange one that I got in Aldi once at some point, so obviously it's acrylic. Yeah, but I like the overall kind of mishmash, if I can call it that way. 3 colors: cream, orange, and kind of a dark grey. When I finish, I like to make short videos with the things that I've done, so I'll definitely link them when they're done. Yeah. Oh yeah, just if you're wondering what I have, this was something that I've tried to do in my whole life, to do things for the first time. Even though I have been knitting for a while, I haven't done everything in knitting. So it was this year or last year, I don't remember, but anyway, I made this dress for the first time, and obviously I need to do a sweater too at some point. So yeah, I figured out something like this with a kind of hippie sleeves, and with a heart. There is a heart. Yeah. It goes down to my knees. You can check the video if you want over here. So yeah, just if you're wondering, there is a pattern, but obviously it's for free. But obviously it probably doesn't make sense, but if you're a good knitter and you go through it, maybe you figure out what I did ish. Probably doesn't make sense, but if you're interested, just have a look. It's on Ravelry too, my channel account. So the next in progress would be my hood, and I haven't done anything about it since my last episode. I'm doing them on the 4mm needles, or 4.5, something like this, as a DK, and it's 100% Irish wool, and I love it. I'll put a link down below, or in the on my project page. I put information where I bought this yarn, wool, and it's a mix. It's like kind of burgundy color with a darker orange, so it's really nice. I really like it. So it gives kind of this effect. So yeah, this pattern I bought it on Ravelry in like 2000 something, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I haven't looked through it, so this kind of channel motivates me to do something about it. So I'm trying to do, and to be honest, I didn't do the gauge because I'm very lazy. I don't do it. I don't even, when I have any patterns, you may not expect, don't expect to have a gauge over that. I know it's very bad. Well, they're not for sale, so you can kind of figure it out. So I thought that if I'm using the same needles that it's recommended in the pattern, maybe it will end up the same way, but just to show you, yeah. Well, I know I should kind of put it up at some stage, but I didn't come back to it. I think I have to rethink. Yeah, and I would prefer if the pattern would also include like height of certain sections. Yeah, I messed it up, and if it says that it has to do with a certain amount of rows and a certain amount of pattern, and I started already with that kind of different pattern by mistake. So yeah, so I'm trying to rethink it and see, would I start all over again, rip it, tell me rip it, or figure out and change things. But the wool is so nice. It's 200 grams for like almost €12. It's not that bad, and I really like it. Yeah, I'm not sure if but it's a hood, so it maybe should be too big a little bit, shouldn't it? Yeah. So that's Kerry Woolen Mills, if you're interested. I do monthly giveaways, and probably it's for those who can't knit, or I don't mind if someone that wants to give away a hat. I'm trying to sneak in and put my entry to it too, because it's fun to wear something that someone else made. So I think so anyway. So this was my October giveaway, and it's already closed. I'm still waiting for someone to reply to me in regards to this, so I hope they do. For November I finished hats, so the video is on the YouTube, so you can go and enter if you want to win this hat, and I will tell you all about it. And there's also another video with the finished object, when I actually say how I did it and what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what I would change or what you can change. Yeah, that's Elf's hat. I have another thing that I'm working on, and that's why I probably skipped it, because it's not related to knitting per se. I bought Tunisian crochet set as something to do for the first time again, and I figured out to do a book cover. You know, like a cover that you put a book and you can just throw it into your bag if you want to. And I showed you 3 colors. And I did, but because they were I didn't really look through it. Those 2 are exactly the same weight. I think they DK, but this not, so it got a little bit like like first time knitting a scarf anyway. Yeah. And I made a few mistakes. I didn't know how to do the edge, and eventually it clicked around here, and I forgot about it again, how to do it. So yeah, and it ended up being too small for a book, so I had to make another piece, which is over here. I think that's for Knit Essentials. I think something like that. That's also acrylic. So yeah, so I figure out that I will edit. And I will edit. I will actually use it. It's for a book, so it doesn't have to be perfect per se. But even though I really like this whole kind of putting through, sweeping in, having just one thing in one hand. Although your wrist can click. Well, anyway, mine does. So I actually now measured how big things I want, and I started with the green color. This is 100 acrylic again. I got it in Aldi for that shopping thing over there. And it's DK, and this hook size is 4, and I got it from them. Okay, so yeah, I love the structure. And in regards to structure in the future, what I want to do, I think I want to make a cover for, not like a blanket, but more like a cover for a bed, because well, you could still use it as a blanket, but it's not so soft as knitting. So this kind of a pattern would be very good for like boxes, you know, knitted boxes or anything that you can organize your yarn and stuff. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not really sure do I want to go through it or not, because I rearranged things in this room and I'm still thinking about it. But I want to do a cover for a bed that I have just in front of me over there, and I kind of use it as to throw things on it. Yeah, I already created a design that I would need probably a squares, 4 centimeters on 4 centimeters. I think so, and that would mean that I would need 3,250 squares, and I have already designed a pattern that this cover will look like a world map. So I'm very excited and I want to do it. Well, anyway, I'll put a photo over here so you see how it looks like. I'll try to put it into my project page, so if you're interested, you can kind of do it with me. I haven't started yet, but I will start. This will be my something like a longer project thing. I'm still thinking, should I do like squares or should I do like a full kind of length of it for a bit and then sew them together, because I don't really like sewing things. So yeah. So let me know what do you think about that. But I would want to do it in Tunisian crochet technique. So that'll be something completely different and I think fun, definitely fun. Last time you saw me knitting, I think it was a hat or a snoot. No, I think I had the snoot done. It was the hat from my aunt, and I can present you finished objects. My hat goes down. Yeah, I really like it, and I'm going to send it to her. I have another, and I told you about the wool for that one, so I won't repeat myself. Or you can see the video about it and you will know more what kind of yarn I used. There's another one for a wool, 100% wool, and another project that I finished. I put some photos on Instagram, so you can find that over there. This is again 100% wool, Irish wool, and this is a mixed color. You will have like a light green with like olive color, really lovely. And I figure out I'll make a hat for my friend that she doesn't live in Ireland, but it would be a nice idea to make something from the local yarn. I mixed it with thing that my mom sent, and I don't have a clue what it is, but it is a wool and it is a mixture and it is unevenly kind of twisted, and it also has kind of a mixed things to it. And I can say there is a wool because the same like an alpaca things, white things coming out from it, which in this wool, yeah, you have that too. It could be a mixture of wool, but it's slightly softer. So I figured out that for a snood, she will have gentler over here and have just an idea, a small kind of section of this green 100% wool thing, and the pattern looks like that. Yeah, I found it on the drops. To be honest, I went through drops hats, and because I want to do another one hat. The first one is Barrette Paris, yeah, and which I finished and I'll show you, and I made a snood too. So I wanted to knit another hat, and I found it, but I didn't like the finish of it, so I kind of started it the way they said, with the amount of stitches they said, but I kind of got it a little bit higher. I put a link somewhere what I'm talking about so you see the difference, but it got so wide. So I figured out that the best way to finish it would be like I normally have my hats. Do I have my hats? Well, the last hat that I wore in the last episode was made something similar, like a square thing. So it's basically snood and just saw the top, and I love it. And you have some of the free patterns on my Ravelry page, so have a look if you want to. So I figured out to do this, and I haven't filmed the finished object yet, but I will, and I think I call it an Irish grass. And I figure out that if someone is not a fan of having horns, like I normally do, you can kind of mix it up and do it your own way. So I think it's really cool. I really like it. And it's, yeah, and it was done on 4.5mm needles. And I really like this pattern. Yeah, so it's the same over here. So my friend is going to get it. Cool. What I did for myself, because I need a hat and a snood, because I'm going to visit my family, and that's why I've made so many presents, because I want to give as much as I can, but you know, obviously I work full time, so I don't have much time to knit, but I'm trying to do my best. Yeah, and I made a Barrette for myself. Woo! Sliding. Bonjour. Yeah, I think it's fun. I made a video, so I put the link up here. I'll explain you all how I made this. If you're interested, you can go over there and have a look. But I made it from drops, alpaca, what's the name? Andes, for 9mm needles. But I kind of got with the information what the pattern is saying, because I don't have that many tools, so I'll talk about it there. But I really like it. It's very cozy. It's just that this double thread that I did over here, it's slightly annoying me, because I would love to have it on my ears, but I think I won't be able to, because I don't hear. I can't hear anything. Well, I can, it's just, but you feel like in a box or something. So now I have it over my ears, and I think I'm going to wear it that way, or if I'm a little bit fancier mood, happier mood, this way. I think it's really good. I think it's really nice. Yeah. And just because in the video, I also mentioned that I have some leftovers, and I wasn't sure if I'm going to manage, so I used 2 colors. This was bought 2 years ago, this was bought this year, or that was last year, I don't know. But anyway, but both the same, and there's, I'll try to find a color for this, because I don't have it, but I'll find it on the website, and I will link down below in my project page, so you have show notes. And yeah, and this, so I haven't done the video yet, but if I will, you will see the link up there, and I'll tell you more about these. But they're really nice. It's so soft, and I'm tempted to buy more of that, but maybe as a souvenir in a different country I'll go, because there's a sale until the 31st of December. It's international sale, so wherever you go you can get it as a souvenir, I presume, because yeah, we'll talk about it in the pretty things or little things, lovely things. Lovely things. In regards to lovely things, I did some shopping and I posted 2 videos already. First was yarn. Yeah, feeling. So I'm really going over the limits with that sale, and whatever. Let me know what is your favorite color from the stash, from the yarn that I bought. So that's why I figure out that new things and lovely things that I can classify it is that I'm trying to organize my yarn. That's the first thing. On my project page, I try to put it and try to put how much grams I have on each of it. Well, it takes me a while because I still have loads, but I'm trying my best. And yeah, I probably will have to sort it in some kind of way because there's more than I thought. And probably I'm going to have more in the future, so I have to have some kind of system at least. And then wherever I am, I can always look through my web project and just think about new projects or which yarn I would want to mix. So I think that's quite cool. I think I really like that. Well, I'm talking that about myself, but obviously you can have a pick and see what I have in my knitting cave. So anyway, I've never got, as the first thing in my life, I've never got a cotton yarn, so I got myself cotton yarn. Yep. And then I got Lima and Nepal. You know, probably it's for 4mm or 5mm. It's group A, B or C, depends what way you want to kind of sort it, classified it. So I got 2 of these. To be honest, that's 2 parcels. I don't have a video yet about second shopping that I did, because after the first one I opened it and I just fall in love with it and the delivery was brilliant. I was so happy about it. So I decided I'm just going to go for it and get another and get some stuff. I don't want to make this video long, so maybe next time I'll tell you what I want to do with them. But the other thing that I got was 4-ply. I don't even know what a 4-ply is. What 5-ply is. I presume it's something about the thickness, so I presume it relates to the needles that it's recommended to use for that kind of yarn. So I got myself a yarn that it's for 2.5, 3.5mm. Yeah, because all podcasters that I watch, and I've just started like 2 months ago, let's call it that way, and I just love it because eventually someone talks about something that I like to talk. And even though I'm calling this place, remember this place, knitting cave, it doesn't mean that it's closed. It's open for everyone, it's just no one wants to come in. It's like me with singing, no one wants to. I would love to sing to everyone, but no one would want to listen to me. So yeah, so this is the yarn, and I got, and I think this will be my next project. Definitely that I want to put things on needles. Yeah, I got 2 of these. So I want to mix it up, so I want Sebastian to have the same pair but maybe with different heel and a toe and other way around, or at least to have the same kind of pattern, so the way the socks looks like, but the color pattern will change in my pair and his pair, or you know what I'm talking about. So I think they're lovely. We can, I don't know, do something about it. And yeah, because I've never used anything smaller than 4mm. This is my goal to do 2. I call it like a long project, like with my blanket cover. So I went and did another shopping, and I just want to let you know that it's needles. Maybe they're not fancy or brilliant because I can't say anything about it, but they were the cheapest I found. They were a sale. Apparently on the website it cost like $6.50 €6.50, so €6.50, and now they're selling them for 99 cents. And I thought it's a joke, so I bought a few, but it wasn't. It actually let me go and buy through those things through the website. So yeah, it's a pony, so you can let me know, whoever is knitting, do you like those needles or not? And I got some of it. I will put linked up here. And I got 3, well, I think I want to, oh yeah, I have a giveaway at the end of this postcast. Sorry. So yeah, I got 3 of these, so I'm going to keep 2 because I presume I would love to do 2 socks at a time because I saw that people do that. And I saw also that some knitters put 2 socks on 1 wire, but I think, or core, whatever you call it, but I think 80 centimeters, it's too small because everyone talks in inches and I'm not really, I need to learn. So I think they meant 100 centimeters. So that way it'd be, so that's why I have 2 and I keep 2, but I will have a set like that to give away. Because why not share that lovely feeling? Yeah, so I'm thinking of using these, which is 2.75 millimeters on these. It's just the only thing that I'm worried because it's 100% alpaca and it's so soft and nice. And I'm just worried that I put so much effort in making socks and I will put them on my feet once or twice, and the heel is going to be destroyed. So if you would be so kind and let me know, what do you think about this? Should I use it for socks, or maybe I've never done those scarves, you know, the triangular ones, so I would love to try that too. But at the moment, yeah, I'm just thinking about that. Let me know what to do. By the way, they were like €2.50, so euro. In sale. So that's something that I'm thinking of, but I'm still not I haven't decided what I want to do. Yeah, I definitely want to knit socks, but I want at least a yarn that's good, if you know what I mean. It survive everything. And with this, it's so soft. And lately I watch a few podcasters. And then in the end, I'm going to tell you who I watched, and they were showing that yarn, and they do like sweaters or scarves with it, and they're used completely different for socks. So yeah. So just to let you know, mentioned lately about this yarn it's Molly. Hi Molly. It's Molly from Homespun House. I think I hope I pronounced it right. She has at least now 64 episodes now, and I think on the 64th, the one that I've just watched, she mentioned this yarn, or in the previous one. I'm watching now so many, I'm mixing it up. But Molly's originally it's from America, I presume, but she lives in Germany, in Berlin, and it's so cool sometimes when she mixed English with German. Yeah, I find it so cool. Yeah, maybe I should add some Polish into this episode, I think. I don't know. Another podcaster would be Danny. You can find her as Little Bobbin Knits. She has a lovely little dog. So cute. And yeah, and she has 39 episodes. And to be honest, she was the first one that I actually found on YouTube that somehow kind of clicked. Maybe people are talking about knitting. So I started watching her from the beginning, and I think I'm on 24th episode now. So it's really cool. And it's really nice because you don't have to wait a week or 2 weeks to get an episode. But you can just flip it through and see how it progresses and everything. So I find it really nice. So, and Danny is from UK. Definitely think England, but let's be safe, I say UK. Another podcaster that I'm kind of following now, I watched her for a few episodes, which starts from Halloween one with her costume, so you can you can just imagine my surprise when I'm clicking on the first episode and there is a girl wearing like the clothes used to people wear when they were going for a funeral or something. And I was like, okay. But then she explains the Halloween costume and all everything. It's grand. So I just fall in love with her straight away because it was so funny. So once I finish Danny's episode, I think from the beginning, I will watch Yarn Orgasm and a Homespun House from the beginning, because why not? And Yarngasm, that's Kristin, and she lives in Brooklyn, and so that's America, and she has 171 episodes, so that's a lot when you consider that each episode is around an hour. That's a load of knitting for me, or washing dishes, because that's basically what I do when I watch podcasts. Cheers me up to do things. Kristin and Molly, they sell their own hand-dyed wool yarns. I'm not really familiar with it because they talk about some merino, alpaca, and all those things that I'm not an expert with, so I can't tell you much about it. Sorry. I will definitely buy something from them. So a Yarngasm and Kristin, Yarngasm, and Molly, a Homespun House. And there was another channel that I can recommend to you to watch. It's not a podcast. It's a mixture of everything, Stitch and Bitch and all that stuff. It's a Knit Nottingham blog, and it's Eleanor, and she speaks. Well, she records videos in her shop, and her shop is so tiny and cozy and snuggly and everything. And even though she mentions that she has all the time mess in it, yeah, it's still cute and fun. The why I watch her, because she expresses feelings about yarn the way I think all knitters feel inside. Some will show it more like Eleanor, and some would keep it inside but still feel that vibe and explosion and emotion when they see yarn or new colors and stuff. So yeah, go and check her out. You need to just watch her 2-3 videos to get the gist of that place. It's cool, and it's Nottingham, so it's UK. So if you've never been there, just go and buy something in her shop. I had loads of things, and I didn't knit anything, and I hope I didn't forget about anything either. So obviously I'll try to put a post on my project page with the show notes about this podcast. Maybe not every video I will have a giveaway, but I'll try to find something. If I find something interesting or on sale or something that I would share with you, those who can knit, because I think this video is for those people, or not, because and you would want to kind of maybe start knitting and you just found me somehow. I wanted to share my joy, and as I said, I got needles, and I figured out that whoever is a beginner and wants to knit a hat, because they were on sale, 3.5 millimeters. Obviously, if you have a bigger needles, that's be easier and faster, and you will get to the final object straight away, almost straight away. It'll be more fun. But 3.5 would be also okay, at least to practice for the first time, maybe on circular needles. For some, would be really cool. So I have 40 centimeters. This is a core wire. It's a fixed needles, 3.5 millimeters, and the other one, because I want to start that knitting my sock for the first time. So I figure out that whoever would want to join me to do that for the first time, or not only, but maybe just join me, there'd be a nice thing to get. These 80 centimeters, that's 2.75, so they're really, really tiny. I don't think I would recommend that to someone who's just starting, because it's so tiny. So it takes a while, I think even for me, to make 2 pair of socks. So yeah, but just I just want to give away. Maybe someone is brave and motivated, and we can do it. And the pattern that I want to do with the 2.75mm needles will be broken stitch socks. It's on Ravelry too, and it's for free. I'll write down who actually created it, so thank you so much, because I'm going to try it. Yeah, you can find my group. What group? I just created a group. So if you want to take part in this, you need to be a member of that group, so you need to have an account. Write it down that you would want to get them. And that's basically it. You can share projects on it. I will make a thread, so you can with the giveaway episode 2, you can write it down. Why do you want them? What would you do with them? What kind of project you already done, or what kind of project you would recommend me to do for the first time for socks. I think with that pattern that I have in mind, yeah, it's not clear what kind of heel I should do or toe. So if you know any good YouTube videos or tutorials or anything, descriptions, you can post that there too. So yeah, it's open internationally, so I'll send it. It's so light. So if you want to have an extra tools in your box, go there. Well, I hope you liked it. I don't know how long this episode was, and I didn't knit anything, but I had so much to show you. I got a little bit wild, and to be honest, my knitting cave changed slightly, so maybe next episode I'll show you what I've done, what I'm doing. I still kind of in the middle of it. If you have any ideas how to organize your stash in the room, let me know. You can post photos in episode's thread, that I would love to see how you do this. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Google+, but Instagram and Facebook will be two things that I'm quite a lot. Obviously on YouTube I'm there too, and I'm as knittingILove. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye. As you're probably aware, I own a set from Knit Pro, and I think it starts from 3mm or 3.5mm needles, and you can change the core or wire, whatever you call it. But I didn't have any small ones, and I'm watching loads of podcasts lately, and the women over there, girls, hi.